Welcome back. Today I'm talking about the new adaptation of Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire. It's 2022. A lot of things have changed since 1994, I believe, when the last movie came out, and 1976 or so when the book was released. Obviously, some things have changed since then, and this show definitely reflects that. I want to start out by saying that the performances in this show are absolutely fantastic. All the actors are great. All the performances, the lines, the dialogue is really interesting, and it's just a unique world that the showmakers have made here with this show. It airs on AMC Plus, so it's streaming, so they can get away with a lot more cursing and sex and violence, things of that nature. I do like some of the liberties that the showrunners have made with this adaptation. Not making Louis a plantation owner, which would have been kind of played out. I wouldn't have been interested in that, honestly. They made him a successful black man in Louisiana. It takes place about 100 years later than it does in the book. Lestat and Louis' relationship is just more openly gay. In the book, it was kind of like subtext, thinly veiled subtext, but in the show, it's just out there. So if you have a problem with that, then maybe not tune in. But it's really not that big a deal, honestly. It is a major component of the show, but it's not like the focus of the show. It's really just the focus of Louis and Lestat's relationship. And for Louis, being a black man back then was already hard enough, but being gay was just, icing on the cake. Just made things so much more difficult for him. And it's like becoming a vampire freed him almost. One thing I wasn't really expecting when I started watching this show was the lore, world building of the vampires and the powers that they have and how they can use them, and what they can feed on. All those little things actually make the show really, really interesting. And there's really not any dull moments in the show, honestly. It's pretty interesting from beginning to end. And this is 3 episodes in so far. Going back to the performances of the actors here, you really get a sense of their emotion and how they feel at the time and their motivation behind everything that they do. Especially Lestat. He's really elegant and proper, but he's a savage on the other side. He was such a perfectionist when it came to an opera that he killed the lead opera singer because he just wasn't doing a good enough job. And you get to see them use their powers, the powers of manipulation, that they can kind of control people. They can freeze time and read thoughts. They can speak with telepathy. It's just pretty awesome actually watching it. So this is one of the more interesting vampire television shows I've ever watched. And I would certainly give it a shot. That being said, it is a really good show and you should check it out. So first 3 episodes, pretty awesome. Hopefully the rest of the season lives up to it. Thanks for watching. Bye.